Hi everyone, I'm Shruti. In this video, I'm going to talk about spray dryer. Here you can see the figure of spray dryer. Spray dryer consists of a large cylindrical drying chamber with a conical bottom. Spray dryer consists of a large cylindrical drying chamber with a short conical bottom. It consists of two inlets. One is for introducing hot air and the other inlet for carrying a spray disc atomizer. Actually, these two inlets are present in the roof of the drying chamber. The bottom of the drying chamber is connected to a cyclone separator. So, this is simply spray dryer. In this presentation, we are going to learn the principle, construction, working, advantages, disadvantages and uses of this apparatus. In this assembly, you can see an inlet for introducing hot air. So this is our hot air inlet. Through this inlet, hot air is introduced into the drying chamber. And another inlet is also present in the roof of the drying chamber, that is for introducing liquid feed. This feed inlet is connected to an atomizer. With the help of this atomizer, liquid feed is converted into fine droplets. And these fine droplets are introduced into a stream of hot air. With the help of this atomizer, the fine droplets are thrown radially into a moving stream of hot gas. By absorbing heat from the gas, the droplet increases its temperature and it is then converted into dried spherical particles. This process will complete within few seconds before it reaches the wall of the drying chamber. And then this dried product directed into a cyclone separator. From the cyclone separator, we can collect the dried spherical particles. So this is the principle behind spray dryer. Let's talk about the construction of a spray dryer. The spray dryer consists of a large cylindrical drying chamber with a short conical bottom. Stainless steel is the material which is mainly used for the construction of this type of equipments. And the dryer is having 2.5 to 9 meter diameter and about 25 meter or more height. It consists of two inlets. One is for introducing hot air and the other one is for introducing liquid feed. The feed inlet is connected to an atomizer. Okay, the liquid feed inlet is connected to a spray disc atomizer. This spray disc atomizer is having about 300 millimeter diameter and it is rotated at a speed of 3000 to 50,000 rpm. The bottom of the dryer is connected to a cyclone separator. So these are the important points regarding a spray dryer. The working of a spray dryer involves three stages. The first one is atomization of liquid. Atomization of the liquid, and the second one is drying of the liquid droplet, and the third one is recovery of the dried product. So these are the important three stages that is involved in the working of a spray dryer. So the first stage is atomization of liquid to form fine droplets. Here you can see the liquid feed inlet. Through this liquid feed inlet, feed is introduced into the atomizer. With the help of atomizer, liquid feed is converted into fine droplets. And these droplets are thrown radially into a moving stream of hot gas. Here you can see the tangential hot air inlet. Through this tangential inlet, hot air is introduced into the drying chamber and it follows a helical path. So our liquid feed is introduced through the feed inlet into the atomizer. With the help of atomizer, the liquid feed converted into fine droplets and it is thrown radially into this hot air. The selection of atomizer is very important because the properties of the final product depends on the nature of the droplet formed. Because of that, selection of atomizer is very important. Pneumatic atomizer, pressure nozzle atomizer and spinning disk atomizer. These are the three important atomizers which is used in spray dryer. In the case of spray dryer, controlling of feed rate is also very important. You should control the feed rate in such a way that the droplet should be completely dried before it reaches the wall of the drying chamber. It will prevent the overheating of the product. The second stage is drying of the liquid droplet. By absorbing heat from the hot air, the liquid droplet gets dried in the drying chamber. First of all, the surface of the liquid droplet gets dried and it forms a tough shell. So, the liquid from the inner region of the shell diffuses out through the shell at a particular rate. At the same time, heat transfer takes place. The heat transfer takes place at a rate greater than the liquid diffusion rate. As a result, heat inside the shell mounts up. This allows the liquid to be evaporated at a faster rate. So, vapor will be produced inside the shell. Because of that, internal pressure of the shell increases and this causes the shell to swell. This causes the droplet to swell. Because of the vapor that is present in the shell, the internal pressure increases. After that, this vapor starts to permeate through the shell. Because of that, the thickness of the shell decreases. Because of the permeation of the vapor through the shell, gradually the thickness of the shell decreases and finally it ruptures and releases the internal pressure. So this is what happened in the case of second stage, that is drying of the liquid droplet. Move on to the third stage, that is recovery of the dried product. In the spray dryer, here we are using spray disc atomizer. The spray disc atomizer is rotated at a speed of 3000 to 50,000 rpm. Because of the rotation of the atomizer, centrifugal force will develop in the drying chamber and this centrifugal force drives the droplet to follow this helical path. These particles are dried during their journey and finally it falls at the conical bottom. All these processes are completed within few seconds and we can collect these dried particles through the cyclone separator. Now let's see what are the important uses of spray dryer. By using spray dryer, we can dry thermolabile materials, hygroscopic materials, etc. And we can handle a large quantity of material. We can dry large quantity of material using this spray dryer. So these are the important uses of this apparatus. Now let's move on to the advantages of spray dryer. Spray drying is a continuous process and it will be completed within 3 to 30 seconds. So that means drying is very rapid. Labor cost involved are very low. The final product obtained shows larger surface area for heat transfer and also mass transfer. Because of that, the product shows better solubility. So these are the important advantages of spray dryer. Disadvantages: spray dryer is bulky because it is having 25-meter height and 9-meter diameter. This equipment is very expensive and it is not easy to operate. Thermal efficiency is very low. These are the important points regarding spray dryer. I hope this video helped you. If you like this video, you can comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe now. I'll be back with such another video. Thank you.